Hello there, fellow faith seekers. Welcome back to Bite-Size Faith, the channel where I take those timeless Bible stories and bring them into the modern day. Today's episode is about resilience, perseverance, and holding on to hope, even when things go from bad to worse. We're talking about the story of Job, but with a modern twist. Let's get started. All right, let's meet our modern-day Job, Joe Bryant. Joe is a truck driver in his late 40s, a big guy with a kind heart, always willing to lend a hand. He's got that down-to-earth vibe, someone you'd trust instantly. He's been driving trucks for over 20 years, hauling goods across the country to provide for his family. But recently, Joe made a big decision. He relocated his entire family from Ohio to Texas, chasing a new job opportunity with better pay and benefits. The move was supposed to be a fresh start, a chance to give his wife, Linda, and their 3 kids a better life. Joe's new job as a long-haul trucker with a big freight company was going great. At first. He was logging in long hours but felt good about it. But then, out of nowhere, the company announced budget cuts. A few weeks later, Joe gets called into the office, and bam, just like that, he's out of a job. Joe's world is turned upside down. He's got a mortgage, bills piling up, 3 kids in school, and now, no job. The first few weeks, he's confident. I mean, he's been driving for 20 years. How hard can it be to find another job, right? But weeks turn into months, and Joe faces one rejection after another. Companies are either downsizing or not hiring at all. He starts to feel the weight of failure pressing down on him.
We'll get through this, Joe. Just keep the faith.
Linda is his rock. She picks up a part-time job at a local diner to help make ends meet, but it's barely enough. Joe, on the other hand, starts feeling more and more like a failure. His confidence takes a huge hit. He's angry, confused, and honestly, he starts questioning everything, especially his faith. And then come Joe's friends. Oh boy, here we go. They mean well, but instead of lifting Joe up, they start saying things like, "Maybe you did something wrong, Joe. Maybe this is a sign from God that you need to change something." Some even suggest that Joe isn't trying hard enough, or that he's being too picky. Imagine that, right?
Maybe you're just not looking in the right places, Joe. Maybe it's time to switch careers.
You know, Joe, sometimes God closes a door for a reason. Maybe you need to figure out what that reason is.
Their words sting. Joe knows they mean well, but he's already drowning in self-doubt. He starts feeling like maybe, just maybe, this is all his fault. Months go by, and things only get worse. The bills keep coming. The bank starts calling about late mortgage payments, and Joe's family is struggling to keep their heads above water. One night, Joe sits alone in his truck, tears streaming down his face, and he finally breaks. He cries out to God, "Why me? What did I do to deserve this?" It's his lowest point. But even in that moment of raw vulnerability, Joe feels something deep inside, something he hasn't felt in a while. A flicker of hope, a whisper in his heart that says, "I am with you." It's a reminder that even when everything seems lost, he's not alone. The very next day, Joe gets a call. It's a small trucking company looking for a driver. They've heard about Joe from a mutual friend and want to give him a shot. It's not the big job he was hoping for, but it's a start. And for the first time in a long time, Joe feels a spark of hope. He accepts the offer and gets back behind the wheel. Slowly but surely, things start turning around. Joe works hard, and his dedication doesn't go unnoticed. Within a few months, he's promoted to lead driver. Linda's diner gig also starts paying off, and she even gets offered a better position. And just like that, life begins to look up again. Joe realizes that through all the struggles, he never truly lost his faith. It was just being tested. And boy, did he pass with flying colors. He learns that sometimes life throws you curveballs not because you've done something wrong, but to strengthen your character, to build resilience, and to remind you to trust God even when things don't make sense. So, there you have it, fellow faith seekers. The story of Joe Bryant, our modern-day Job, reminds us that no matter how tough things get, no matter how many times life knocks us down, God is always there, ready to lift us back up. Until next time, keep the faith, keep believing, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. If this story spoke to you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone you know. You never know who might need a bite of faith.